Indeed. And of course, Mr. Paul Rudy, how much can we expect from the Arab League, the Arab states, the Palestinians' fellow countrymen?
I can answer that in one word: nothing, zero. They are puppets of the West and the United States. They're going to do nothing. So, but as a matter of fact, the only nation in the world that can change things is the United States. If all the world is against Israel and the United States is with Israel, Israel will survive. If all the world is with Israel and the United States is against Israel, Israel will go down. So that's the whole story, beginning to end. Now, but the question is, does the United States support Israel, or is Israel running the United States? Only at the beginning of the invasion, there was a vote in the US Senate. The Senate has 2 senators for every state, 50 states, that's 100 senators. The vote to approve the Israeli invasion of Gaza was 100-0. Nobody abstained, nobody was absent, nobody voted present. They voted yes, every last one of them. Why? Because they depend upon Israel to get elected in their states. You cannot, there is no national politician that can say anything against Israel. And that's because Israel has a political machine in the United States that controls them from the beginning of the career until they're at the end of their career. The United States is a colony of Israel. Both Palestine and the United States are under Israeli occupation. This situation has to change. Now, it may change from the people of the United States when they get fed up with this, when they realize what's going on. This is what can change things. But everything depends on this country, the United States, what happens here.
Right. And a final word by you, Mr. Goldpira, picking on the last comments by Paul Rudy about the United States being the most effective part in this whole conflict. I mean, if it weren't for the support of the United States and, of course, several other countries, for how long could Israel continue with such atrocities and continue to exist?
I was at 99% agree with the guest that, like, yeah, if all the world was against and the U.S. supported Israel, it would be a problem. But I think, no, if all the world was against Israel except Israel and the U.S. and the U.S. and the United States was remaining, I think there would be a problem for the United States, even how powerful they are. And also I wanted to say, I agree that the Zionist lobby, the Israeli lobby, does control much of the or almost all of the political workings in the United States. But personally, I don't think that the United States is a colony of Israel. Personally, I think Israel and the United States are both colonies of certain other forces. For example, the people who own the Federal Reserve Bank, the National Bank of the United States, actually, so in my view, the United States and Israel are both colonies of this other group that you pretty much don't hear about so much, but they are actually having a great amount of power.